Megan from Colorado Sugar Gliders, and today I wanted to talk about the question, is a sugar glider right for you? So I've seen many videos and blogs that have essentially stated that only a select few are able to handle sugar gliders. Now, I disagree. I understand where they're coming from. There are sugar gliders, many every year that are rehomed because the owners got them not understanding the care and whatnot that was required for them. However, I think while they're not the right pet for everybody, they can be an awesome pet for many people. So I want to go through 5 questions to ask yourself to try to determine, is a sugar glider right for you? All right, so the first question would be, are you able and willing to make the initial financial investment for sugar gliders? So sugar gliders in and of themselves have a wide price range, but you're looking at, depending on coloring and all that, from a few $100s up to probably $2,000 for a single sugar glider. And sugar gliders, as we've mentioned in other videos, they need a friend. They need another sugar glider friend. So this really is best purchased 2 at the same time. So there's the first is the investment of the sugar gliders themselves. Second is the cage and accessories. So you'll see behind me, I actually have 2 cages back there. Those range in price from $250 to $350 a piece. Plus, they each have a special sugar glider wheel in them and other toys and accessories. So you're looking at several $100s for the cage and accessories. Now, I would say once you make the initial investment, sugar gliders aren't a huge expense. If they're healthy and whatnot, and there aren't a lot of vet visits, there's really not a high cost. Food's not super expensive because they don't eat a lot. So it just is that initial investment. All right, the second question would be, do you have the time to spend with them often? So again, we mentioned this in another video, but sugar gliders do require time on a daily basis if you're able to bond with them. So this can take 2 forms. Right now I've got them here with me in a pouch. They're not exactly sleeping. They're kind of moving around in there. But once they get settled, they go back to sleep and sleep in the pouch, and I can carry that on me, just hold on to it. Also in the evenings when they wake up, just climbing out the top. Hey, Reggie. In the evenings, we play with them. We take them out in a safe location where they can't escape, and we play with them. We let them run around. We bond with them that way. So there is the daily time requirement, but there also is the fact that sugar gliders live 10 to 15 years. So this is a long-term time investment. So you want to ask yourself, do you, or can you foresee, I realize things come up, but can you foresee having that amount of time to devote to sugar gliders? Now, the third question to ask would be, do you have the space for sugar gliders? So this involves, like I mentioned, having a large cage, so you need to have that someplace. But another thing to take into consideration is that they are nocturnal. So it would be difficult to have the cage in your bedroom and they're awake playing, making noise when you're trying to sleep. Now, there are people who have them in their bedroom. There are people who have them in apartments. But again, that just is another challenge. I personally could not sleep if I had them in my bedroom. So we have a specific room in our house for sugar gliders. Now that is not entirely necessary, and I don't think most people probably do, but for us that seemed like the best way to do it. We have 4 kids, so they're always running around, and so we kind of wanted a space where the sugar gliders could kind of have their own space. Oh, and Reggie's looking at coming out again. The 4th question is, do you have an exotic vet nearby? Now, some vets, just pet vets, have exotic vet staff, and so that's great. Sometimes you may need to look for a specifically exotic vet office, whatever that looks like. While they don't need vaccinations and they don't have a lot of health issues, if they're taken, fed a good balanced diet and have good living space and have sugar glider friends. If you do need a vet, it needs to be a specialized exotic vet, because not every vet is trained in taking care of sugar gliders and other small animals. All right, and the 5th question I would ask, and this sounds kind of silly, but do you have a problem, or let's put it this way, can you handle getting pooped and peed on and getting bit? Now, sugar gliders cannot be potty trained like some other animals can, and so it just is natural, especially when they first get up, that if you get them up and get them on you, they're gonna poop and pee on you. It just happens. Now, after their initial wake up time, it's usually not a lot that they poop and pee on you, but it still happens. So you need to ask, are you okay with that? Do you have someplace that you can play with them and take them out, that you're not going to be concerned or upset if it gets pooped and peed on? And then another part of that is, can you handle getting bit? Now, I will admit this was something I was scared of. I just wasn't sure what to expect. I will say though that now, having been bit several times, quite a few times, generally the bites don't hurt. Usually it's more of a nip. And now sometimes it hurts a little bit. I have yet to have them draw blood, and they've never been an attacking bite. It's more of maybe just testing or tasting. So out of the 3 gliders we have, Lily really doesn't bite at all. Reggie loves food, so he will often start off licking my fingers and then he'll start nibbling on them. And that's generally because I've been handling treats before I hold him. So he's not biting hard, he's just kind of nibbling to taste. Now, Susie does seem to be a little bit more of a biter. What she's doing, I'm not sure. She's not biting out of aggression or being scared or attacking or anything like that, but she's kind of testing. And sometimes it hurts a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world, but I think you have to ask yourself, are you okay with occasionally being bit? If you answered yes to all those questions, then a sugar glider might be the right pet for you, and that may be something you're interested in. However, if you have answered no to those questions, or maybe you travel a lot for work, or have a really small apartment, or have small kids that aren't able to be gentle, maybe a sugar glider isn't right for you. And I think they are an awesome pet, and I would love for more people to have them because I think they're so cool, and it's kind of like the pet you didn't know you wanted. And I'm going to do another video soon about all the awesome things about sugar gliders and why I think they make a great pet. But for right now, think about those questions. And if you have any other questions that you're thinking of, trying to decide if this would be right for you, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I will answer that. And you can like this video if it was helpful, and subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and you will be notified next time we post new videos.